Hello, welcome to the Sacred Beyond. Today is day 77 of my 108-day commitment to create and communicate. I've been walking across what are potato fields in the winter and are now, I think, more nourishing crops for the winter. I'm back at Faraway Cottage, coming up on the farmhouse where I made my video yesterday, and I actually got to walk from my home today. So extending the mileage, gently regaining my confidence walking that my feet are going to be okay, and I'm just walking very gently and deliberately. I do have to cross a stile here. I'll show you this stile, a very typical Cornish stile made out of stone. And I'm going to do this as gracefully as I can, which, let's hope I don't fall. It's a little wonky with the, there we go, okay. So, I'm here today maybe getting the house ready for the holiday light. So yesterday I went down a path between the buildings and to go home, and today I'm going to be walking around this way. I'm going to come up to one of my favorite spots and just show you one of my favorite views, which is against this wall. Sorry if it's a little wobbly. So standing here, there's Faraway Cottage, here's the sea, and I love to just come and stand here, appreciating the expanse of the view. Yeah, it's quite a beautiful spot, isn't it? There were cattle out here yesterday. I'm not quite sure where they are today, in a different field. And we're now going to begin our slow and gentle walk home. So what's coming through for me to share with you today is just to acknowledge that it takes a courage and a confidence and a presence to walk your path, to choose you, to be unwavering in your commitment to yourself. And the paradox in all of it is that I know I've been like, well, when I have more courage, or when I have more clarity, or when this, sometime, when it's someday in the future, because of course, the thinking is, well, I can't be enough now. I must not have enough of myself or enough courage or whatever the excuses, the stories we tell ourselves. But here's the paradox, is that we can only start where we are. We can only take the next step where we are right in this moment. And in the taking of the next step is where we get the courage, is where we actually receive more courage and more confidence, more of ourselves. And this is where we're asked, invited, compelled to be in what I call sacred action, where it's to take those, I have to open this gate, this is just such a beautiful, look at this. You unhook it like this and open the gate. Isn't it wonderful? Just a piece of old wrought iron. I guess I love stuff like this. Can you tell? Okay, so we're going to close the gate, put it back in, and mosey on. Mosey being the key word for my walking pace today. So it's only through taking the next step, through being in sacred action, that we actually cultivate that courage that we think we need to have to do what we're being guided, compelled, required, whatever words you want to use to do. And so all there is to take the next step. And or I will say in that, to rest when you're being invited to rest. I've had to be in the sacred pause for, it's 12 weeks this weekend. And so just as I'm into the 11th week, something started to shift for me. And I am so grateful to be walking, and I have to walk very deliberately, very consciously, and really working with how hard I place my feet as well as what part of my feet that I'm using. So I'm just gently, in my barefoot shoes, walking with a much more barefoot gait, and it feels so good. I'll just say. My feet, this is what my feet wanted. I don't know that yours will, but my feet wanted barefoot shoes and to walk like we are supposed to walk as human beings without shoes. So that's what started this whole journey, was that pilgrimage I was on up in Yorkshire back in early May, right? So it's been May, 5 months, a 5-month transition that was sped up by hurting my foot. Anyway, taking the next step. Knowing what the next step is. Is it to rest and pause? Is it to take a step? Whatever you're being invited, guided to do, what you know inside of you, in your belly, in your heart, in your womb heart to do, that's your sacred action. Sometimes it looks like a huge out there action. Sometimes it's coming so deep within that we're restoring ourselves and connecting more deeply. Only you know. And this is where we also get to develop such a deep trust in our journey, in our path, that we're willing to take the next step, knowing that it is there for us. We will be held on our path. We will be guided, and if we just are willing to open and take the next step, and then the next step, whatever that is. So here's to you, being willing to listen, receive, know, and having the courage and the presence to take that first step, and then the next step, and then the next step. It's not always easy, but it's always a beautiful journey. So much love. From my feet to yours. See you tomorrow.